What's up?
There he is. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm good, brother. Living life, enjoying.
Hey, man, I appreciate the time. You look very on vacation right now.
I'm gonna chill, man. Life is good, you know.
Where are you
Have me
checking
a
in from?
Liga, have me a Liga Tridente cigar, and then playing me some golf.
Bro, I wanted to ask you about that. The cigar company. What was have you always been into cigars, or what was it specifically? Like, how did you get into it? I've just recently, maybe the past 3 months, been trying to get into it with some buddies, and I didn't know that there's like levels to it. The very first one, that shit fucked me up, man. It messed me. I didn't know that there's
Well,
like
you know
lighter
what you did?
cigars, and
You must be a weed smoker. What
I
you
don't
did
really
was you
smoke at all.
inhaled.
I don't-
Okay, then don't inhale. You never let it go in your chest until you've smoked a lot, but you don't inhale. You put it in your mouth and blow it out. You just roll it out and you taste the flavor and taste the notes. And doesn't matter the boldness of the cigars, just don't. Some you can't. You have to, smoke a little slower.
what was it for
But
you
what
that?
got me into I used to smoke in the '90s, right? Because I was a young man making money on Wayans Brothers, and I didn't like to be in trouble, so I never was like in the crazy places. So I would golf and have my cigars, and like stay out of trouble. I've always been a guy that wanted to, do great business and build things, and so I don't do dumb stuff. So cigars for me, I like the community. So I quit in the '90s because I was like, I don't want Michael Jordan, Jordan face eyes,
Yeah,
the crying Jordan eyes.
yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
to be a movie star, so not now. And I was like, and then I tried these, so I quit for 20 years. And then I had a Liga Tridente that my guys rolled, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. And I came back to the community. And what I like about it is, it's a bunch of people, you don't know who's who. And you learn so much in these cigar places and, in these lounges. And, it's cool to have a stick and kick back and enjoy. It's better than going out and chasing women and all the nonsense. I'm a grown ass 53-year-old man. I want to do chill stuff. So it's a frequency. My life is high frequency when I'm doing comedy and I'm writing movies. And right now, I like a lower frequency.
It's so interesting you say that. I mean, like I said, I'm so new to it. It's only been like 3 months, but within that 3 month time span, I feel like I've had some of the best conversations with people, so
That's what I
in
say.
depth. And I mean,
Yes,
it's just I was like, I want to do it just because of these conversations and what I'm learning, and
absolutely.
it's amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I do it. You don't know whether it's a billionaire, business owner, a lot of females smoke cigars and, they're business owners. And I just like, upwardly mobile people, talking business, learning, sharing, and growing in that moment, in that space.
To throw this out there real quick, just because we're just chopping it up here. You don't know me like that. I'm not a clickbait guy, so I just want you to know I'm not coming at you with any of this clickbaity type shit. I just want to have a cool conversation. But
Absolutely.
obviously, I mean, your name and face is everywhere right now because of this interview that I think was taken astray, maybe.
Yeah. Always. Always. And people need to go back and look at the entire interview. I mean, people need to look at the history of the things I've said. But people are lazy, so they take what you feed them, and narratives are created. And you got to stand on your 10 toes and not be hog-tied or cow-tied that you can't express yourself. Like, since when can't we do that? What kind of society we live in when you can't have opinions, where two things can't be true at the same time? I don't assign myself to that, and I'm not going to let anybody influence that. I'm always going to um, stand by the freedom of speech, which is our First Amendment, and I'm going to talk my shit. And either you're going to be down for the ride or not. By the way it goes, don't hurt me. Cancel culture, I look at it like this: if you cancel me, that's cool. That means because my real audience has stayed with me and the bitch ass niggas is gone. So I just prefer to hit the core of people that know my core. I've been an upstanding citizen. I've been an example for the culture. I don't get in trouble. I don't do dumb stuff, but I defend myself, even from bullies. Everybody's so scared. Oh, 50 this, 50 that. Hey, man, you know who's not scared of the bully? A little skinny dude with the jokes.
People at the end of the day, and I don't know what it is.
And
Maybe it's social
everybody's going to
media.
side with the bully, right? Because they're scared. People are scared. So they're like, oh, don't do that. Don't do this. You watch out for this because they're scared. Remember the bully, they're always rooting for the bully. Oh, he's going to beat you up. He's going to beat you up. Then that bully get punched in his face. Go, oh, man, I didn't know we could do that. Well, I'm that dude.
when this starts happening online, the back and forth, does your publicist call immediately and be like, "Shut the fuck up," or are they just like, do they just let you do your thing?
I have two publicists. One has called me like 6 times, and I'm just like, okay, this is the last one. And then he'll post something else, and I go, okay, just one more. But for me, look, this is just, I'm having fun. This
Right.
isn't like no stress for me. I'm out here golfing and enjoying my life. And occasionally I'm like, oh, you know what? This is funny. This tight suit that he's wearing. Let's talk about it. And I get in it.
I mean, in fairness, too, 50 probably understands your perspective too, and he's probably just having fun with it too, right?
He's having fun. Look, I know 50. I've met with 50. I ain't got no beef with him. I'm not going to beef seriously with another brother. I'm very much into, I like my mentality is I don't want to sink a brother. I don't want to take a brother down. I want you to go do you and be funny. And I'm entertained by some of the stuff that he does online. I think he's a funny dude and a businessman. So we just gonna have some fun together. I'm not trying to hate on him. I don't have no emotions behind it. I don't even have no emotions behind the question they asked me. I just gave my opinion. And he's like,
Right.
keep your name out my mouth. And I'm like, all right, there goes the bully. There goes the bully. You can't have an opinion. There goes deflection. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy you're successful. If it feels right by you, then continue, man. Hurry up. But this isn't between me and Puffy. I ain't same between me and 50. I ain't got nothing to do with none of this. But the bully said, "What you talking about?" And I was like, "Okay, well, keep my name out your mouth." All right, well, that you're not gonna do.
Right.
Now he gonna keep it up, and I'm gonna be on his album, and I'm gonna do the 50 Cent comedy special.
Comedy is one of those things I always wanted to do, but I was so afraid of the outside perspective. And I'm 38 now, and I just started a year and a half ago, and I wish I would have done it sooner.
Good. Me
It's,
too. I
bro.
was 38 when I started doing stand up.
Oh no
That's
shit.
funny. I think you're actually going at the right time. See, when you're young, you talk about young things. When you're older, you have more things to talk about because you have a life experience. And you'll find you'll have more material than the last man, the younger guy that's doing it more, and you're going to catch up a lot quicker. I think the art of stand up is just getting comfortable with, talking about your truth. It's easy to talk about the politics. It's easy to talk about pop culture. It's easy to have an opinion on men and women. But what's your personal experience? And if you talk about personal experience, then that's when you're getting funny. I really feel like my first special was funny, but I really didn't start getting funny until God Loves Me. I
And I,
thought I had pieces of funny in the first two. It was all funny, but I think when I went and I talked about things that were relevant to me, that's when it got funny. When I
a
talked
thousand
about my
percent.
pain, then it got funny.
And that's where I'm at because I've been going through a divorce, and that process has been
Oh,
crazy. But
God
it's
bless
my
you.
personal thing.
For a comedian, the worst things that happen to you, the better your material becomes. So thank God. Keep going through bad stuff. Hopefully you'll smoke some crack and have a weird have a weird spell in life that you can reflect on and go, man, crack is crazy.
Bro, I was curious because we're talking about the Brea Improv Show, which is this weekend, Friday through Sunday. I was just there this past weekend, and it was my first weekend doing all new material. And it's because I'm
Good.
gearing up for my first like solo run coming up in February. And it was a packed show, but it was the first time that I ever went up there with something that I didn't know that worked and did it. And it went good and it felt great. But I was thinking about you because I knew we were going to have this conversation. And I was like, bro, for someone like you that everybody knows, how do you work new material? Or is it, or do you not have that luxury and you just got to go up there and hope that it
I
works?
don't I don't I don't have that luxury. I just go up there and hope that it works. I trust my instincts. I sit in the pocket. I give myself I don't have to improvise the whole show. I go for these 20 minutes. I'm gonna do this set, make them laugh, and then I'm gonna explore for 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna end on something I know that's gonna make them laugh. And you give yourself that grace. And you can't be afraid to fail. Every time you tell a joke, man, you jumping out of a plane and you don't know if you got your parachute. You just jumping out of a plane. And that's the joy and the fear and the exhilaration of stand-up comedy. And man, I gotta tell you, it's my saving grace, and I love it so much. And it's done nothing but healed me and helped me to grow as a visionary. So I'm grateful for the journey. So stay on your journey and stay on your path. If you the more time you get on stage, the better you're gonna be. Dave Chappelle told me, Marlon, you know why I'm the greatest? I said, why, Dave? He said, 'Cause I got more hours logged on stage than any other comedian. And I was like, facts, note taken. I'm working every weekend.
Well, Brea
Stay in
Improv.
them clothes, man. And listen, you know, when you do comedy, what you can't do is you go on stage and you try to please people. You have to please yourself. Give yourself an intention of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish on that stage. And you can't, if you assign yourself to what people are going to think about you, you can never win. Comedy is about trusting your instincts, and you got to build those instincts joke by joke, beat by beat, moment by moment, and you can't be afraid to fail. You will never be funny if you're afraid to offend. There's a lot of jokes on the other side of offensive. So don't be afraid to be offensive.
I love that you shared the advice that Chappelle gave you, and I feel like one day I'll share this advice that you gave me with somebody.
Yes, sir.
That's real talk, man. Bro,
Cheers, my bro.
I appreciate the time. I can't wait to see you at a show one day and remind you of
Appreciate you
this
not being clickbait.
conversation.
Appreciate you not being clickbait.
I just know, bro. That's what everybody is. I'm like, I just want to have a good conversation. I don't want no
And no, but you
drama.
know what's funny is everybody takes like things like, oh, they beefing. I ain't beefing with nobody. I'm just doing what I do. These are jokes to me. These jokes to me. I don't know about y'all.
Well, that's the
I'm just
interesting
living
thing
my
too, right?
life
Like
and telling jokes.
the crowd, like
No,
the
it's not people. These are bots from other countries stirring the pot. There's a bigger agenda. Two black men fighting in public. They love that. They love that. That's why I'm like pulling back, jabbing. I'm not here to take down nobody's business. I'm not here to take no food out of nobody's mouth. I'm just here to make the world laugh. This is entertainment to me. So y'all enjoy the fight.
there it is, man. Well, bro,
In
congrats
the
on
jag,
everything.
me and him going to shake hands. We'll probably do a movie together.
I was gonna say, and then smoke one of your cigars and have a conversation about it.
Absolutely.
Marlon, thank you for the time, man, and just like for everything that you've done, man, from then to now, bro. You've given us so much art, man. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, my brother.
All good, man. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace.